Hello, today I'm going to show you how to change the local population, ethnicity, and culture in the example of the Soviet occupation of Basarabia in northern Bukovina. Firstly, I would like to give some context on the matter at hand. The Soviet occupation of these two provinces took place from June 28 to July 4, 1940, as a result of the ultimatum by Soviet Union to Romania on June 26, 1940, that threatened to use force. Basarabia had been part of the Kingdom of Romania since the time of the Russian Civil War, and Bukovina since the dissolution of Austria-Hungary. But don't let the small time frame fool you. These provinces had a big Romanian population, and they needed unification with the motherland. The tactic that the Soviets used by sending an ultimatum is a good one indeed. In the book called The Art of War, written by the Chinese general Sun Tzu in the 6th century before Christ, which is about the art of war, of course, it says that generally in war, the best policy is to conquer the state intact. The destruction represents only the last resort. So with this in mind, we can say that superior firepower and the lack of manpower on the Romanian side made them back down. The Soviets had planned to accomplish the annexation with a full-scale invasion beforehand, just in case. On August 2, 1940, the Moldovan Soviet Socialist Republic was proclaimed as a constituent republic of Soviet Union, encompassing most of Basarabia and the regions with a Slavic majority, such as northern Bukovina, northern and southern Basarabia going to Ukrainian SSR. Good. Now that we know the context of the example, I should begin with the tactics that the Russians used to make the new puppet state that they acquired as Russian as they liked. The main tactic that they used, it's a dirty and disgusting one, sending the Romanian ethnic population in forced labor camps around the Soviet Union. Significant deportation happened on 3 separate occasions. 30,000 people were deported to Siberia on 13 June 1941. In total, the first year of Soviet occupation, no fewer than 86,000 people from Basarabia, Northern Bukovina and Herze region suffered political repression. The number is close to the one calculated by Russian historians. The Basarabian question was both political and national in nature. According to the 1897 census, Basarabia of the Russian Empire had a population that was 47% Moldovans, 19% Ukrainians, 8% Russians, 11% Jews, 5% Bulgarians, 3% German, and 2.9% Gagauz. The figures showed a strong decrease in the proportions of the Moldovans Romanians compared to the census of 1817, which had been conducted shortly after the Russian Empire annexed Basarabia, in which Moldovans Romanians represented 86% of the population. The decrease seen in the census of 1897 was caused by the Russians' policies of settling of other nationalities and of Russification in Basarabia. The 1941 deportation targeted anti-Soviet elements and comprised former representatives of the Roman interwar administration, policemen, prison guards, clerks, large landowners, tradesmen, former officers of the Romanian and Polish and the Tsarist armies, and people who defected the Soviet Union before 1940. Before Soviet archives were made accessible, R.J. Rummel had estimated between 1940 and 1941 200,000 to 300,000 Romanian Basarabians were persecuted, conscripted into forced labor camps, and were deported with the entire family, of whom 80,000 to 55,000 supposedly killed. And they didn't stop there. Until Moldova became an independent nation, we have to take in consideration the brainwashing with all the Soviet propaganda and anti-Romanian sentiment. Basarabia, Bukovina, and the Herze district are Romanian. What makes them Romanian? Well, what makes them Romanians is our ancestors that died for protecting the once loved and Romanian blood that was spilled there. Even though the population that is now there may not be in majority Romanian, but that doesn't disprove the fact that we have divine rights to the land through the nations and ancient people of Romania that inhabited that place long before the Slavs, long before the USSR tactics such as forced dislocation of our ethnicity and colonization with their Slav people. Thank you for joining me on this tutorial. I hope you liked it. Sorry for the mumbling sometimes. I didn't have a program to modify my mistakes. So I hope you liked it, and have a nice day.